First of all, thank you very much for giving me this kind of opportunity to introduce the work that we have done for last few months. The title of the work is Long-Term Variability of Temperature in the context of, within the framework of modern and parametric test results in the context of global climate change in Armenia. A few words about geographical conditions. As we know, climate and temperature field, that's all has the geographical conditions has a lot of influence on climate. So I think to introduce a little bit about geographical conditions. So the Republic of Armenia is located in the northeast part of Armenian highland, at the border of Caucasus and Western Asia. The territory is very small, just 30,000 kilometers square. The country is mountainous. About 77% of the territory has altitudes between 1,000 till 2,500 meters above sea level. So the mean elevation of the country is 1,800, and the extreme rating from 380 till 4,090, exactly almost in the center of the country, Ararat Mountain. So the general climate conditions of the country is very highly variable because of the mentioned geographical conditions, and due to the mean annual temperature for the period last 50 years, and we have studied that period from 1971 till 2012. The mean annual temperature is 7.9, and the maximum and minimum ranging absolute temperature recorded, and the difference between that results are about 85 Celsius degree. This means we have dry continental climate conditions, and mean temperature in July and January very highly variable. So precipitation is almost 522 millimeter, and we have some regions in Ararat Valley and Mary at the end of the country. Ararat Valley is almost I don't know if you can see. About the precipitation is about 250 millimeters. So because of this kind of climatic conditions, we have all kind of climatic parameters. We have all landscape zones approximately from dry subtropical to frosty highlands. So, as the main goal of our work is to understand if we have changes for temperature for that period, for 51 years period, we have analyzed the last work that have done for our country, the second national communication. According to that work, the mean temperature has increased about 0.85 Celsius degree, and precipitation decreased by 7%. For a little bit long period. So we have studied 50 years period using, and just a minute this is a simple variability of temperature in Armenia for our studying period for the mean temperature using 41 stations, meteorological stations data. And it is also obvious that the temperature has increased. But we have done our work using man-candle test results for the first time in Armenia, a little bit using 41 stations, a little bit executed, and a little bit extended for the territory. According to these test results, we have analyzed autocorrelation plots for all meteorological stations, and we have just 13 stations that have autocorrelations. So, because the method demands to have not have lag 1. So, if the station have lag 1, we have to pre-whitening the series, and because of that, that 13 stations we have analyzed, and now we have the results. According to our results, the extended trends are only positive. The significant increasing trends in annual precipitation are detected at 24 stations for 41 observed. So this is the most significant stations that have temperature increasing data, and the rejected means that we have change, and the minus of S point, S indicator, means that we have minus or plus, so the sign of S means we have increasing or decreasing. So it is positive, and for all stations we have increasing results. According to all this analysis, we have created the maps which show the most clearly what's going on in Armenia, and according to that, temperature has increased in about 60% of the territory. This is the mean value of percentage of the increased in stations. And according to our result, we can say that there has been a regional variability in annual temperature in Armenia. It's obvious that the changes are not homogeneous inside the territory. The obtained results coincide with the regions having the same geographical conditions. There is no trend in the northwest and southwest part of the country where is concentrated the main forest landscape in Armenia. So the northwest and east part, of the country, we have the main forest regions there. Because of that, we don't have trends there. We have supposed that. The trend is absent also around Aragat Mountain, except in its northeast part. There is also mostly mountain landscape there. Forest landscape. And the fact is that our results clearly show temperature increasing mostly in the inner depressions and inner slopes of mountains. In the areas mentioned, the weather conditions are very dry and the temperature is higher. For the inner regions are very vulnerable and the temperature getting higher and higher as compared with open valleys and opposite slopes of mountains. So for future adaptation, we need to develop and to use a few methods that we have already done, but so the time and the article they're given is so you have, for example, using 4 or 5 pages is not possible to introduce all the book. For other adaptation we have used, and we are continuing to use new methods to analyze not only temperature but also precipitation, and understand now that 2 points to understand what's going on in Armenia according to climate change, and to work on adaptation processes. So thank you for attention. Спасибо за внимание.